So this is an example of what I mean could be mapped on the MergeFX knob and button on the FLX6. If anybody want to help. So like I said, I don't have the unit, so I'm just mapping it blind on these user buttons and the slider here. But what it could, for instance, sound like using echo, mobius, and echo out could be, and a sample could be something like this.
You lay there on the kitchen floor. It seems like you can't take no more. I'm sorry.
At some point you're ready to mix, so you turn it off. And when you turn it off, you get the explosion and the echo out. And as you can see, it turned off the echo out after 16 beats. So you don't have 16 beats to mix out of it, or it'll start again. Of course, you can change all these things in the script. We'll get back to it in a second. But let me do it one more time, just so you can see it kick back in if you don't stop it or mix out of it. So like this.
You lay there on the kitchen floor. It seems like you.
So that's the general idea. Now I'm not sure if it's on-off on this controller or if a combination, like kind of a while pressed thing. So this is just a combination of these two. So it starts when I push this and it stops when I release it. So like this.
You lay there on the kitchen floor.
So that's just if that's how it needs to be mapped. But in general, what it does is it look at the scripts here. It sets the slider effects, the sliders for the mobius that we're not gonna touch with the manipulation knob, or slider in this case. So that's 2 and 3. And then it activates it, and then it changes the echo sliders that we're not gonna touch to something default. Of course, this can all be changed in the script if you want to. Want something else, and then it activates it. And then it just enables the buttons to make sure these are also set correctly. So that's on. And then you manipulate it using this. So that's just effect slider echo 1, which is the strength, and effect slider mobius 1, which is also the strength. So that's why you're hearing like climbing here, getting more and more aggressive when you use this slider. You can also see it happening over here. I've just shown them over here so you can actually follow along and see what's happening. And then on the off, I basically turn the effects off again. So mobius off, echo off. Then I switch the sample bank in case it isn't the audio effects, because that's where the explosion is. Then I play the explosion, and then I change the sliders on the echo out to something I like. So that's slider 1 and slider 2 and slider 3. Of course, these can always be set like you want. And slider 4, which is the actual echo on the echo out. So you can change that to make it a bit more aggressive also. And then I turn it on, and then I wait for 16 beats, and then I turn it off again. And then that means that the music will kick back in after 16 beats if you haven't mixed out of it yet. So that's basically the idea. So if somebody wants to help test this stuff or fine-tune it or think it's a good idea, then let me know. I'll give you the scripts. That'll also be in the video description. And of course, the idea is that this is just one of the 4 then pre-scripted merge effects, and that we can make 3 others, but you can't change it on the fly in the GUI like you can in Rekordbox, because, well, Visual DJ doesn't really have that yet, which is probably why it hasn't been mapped on the unit yet.